Welcome to another Trackalerts live. And as you would know, or would have known, the Jamaica Trials to select the team for Tokyo 2025 starts tomorrow in Kingston, Jamaica. And this, of course, will be at the National Trials. So it's the Road to Tokyo 2025 runs through Kingston. Athletes are chasing, they will be clashing, and a lot of things, all trying to secure spots for the World Athletics Championships in September. Late it is. Who is looking sharp? Who is in trouble? Let's break it down. Who will make the team? Who won't? Let us talk about the performances we expect, the surprises. So, I'm here alone with you tonight. Tell me, what do you expect from Team Jamaica at the World Athletics Championships? What do you expect? Who do you expect to make the team? And of course, tomorrow is the first day, and tomorrow, as usual, we will see action in the 100 meters. And we heard Shelley and Fraser Price spoke earlier, and she said that this Thursday and Friday, hopefully, will be the last time she'll be running at the National Stadium. And that right there, I'm just sharing what tomorrow's schedule looks like. So the men's 100 prelims starts at 10:30, and normally the athletes who are not ranked in the top 32 will have a preliminary. Other athletes will go on to the heats. So as you see, tomorrow will be that 100 meters men prelims starting at 10 a.m. And then, you know, you'll have the boys octathlon, the boys decathlon. Those events will also start in the mid morning time. Girls javelin at 3, boys 800 prelim under 17, girls triple jump under 17, or is it under 18? Women's 800 seniors, people like Natalia Gould will be in action around about 4 p.m. Men's 800, Navaski Anderson, who recently broke the national record again, maybe the third time. He will also be in action. So the men's 800 is there, the men's 5,000, girls under 18 discus, women's long jump, women's 400-meter hurdles, men's 400 hurdles, women's high jump, boys 100 prelim now will come on at later in the afternoon along with the senior women. They will be on in the afternoon. What do you think? What do you expect from the Jamaica Trials? Drop your comment in the comment section. Big up yourself, Mr. Plummer, Dwayne Plummer, a sportsman, a footballer at that, from St. Elizabeth. So we're talking Jamaica Trials. I am talking Jamaica Trials. What do you expect? Do you expect any surprises? Who do you expect to make the team? Who do you think will not make the team? You can call us on WhatsApp to take part. And the number is on your screen, 470-546-5495. Call us on WhatsApp. Share your thoughts with us. What do you expect from the Jamaica Championships or the Jamaica Trials as it's being called? So let us take a look now at the what the start list is saying for the first day. Let's see those who are entered. And you should be seen on your screen now. And based on time, those are the people, are some of the people, some of the sprinters we expect. To be out there tomorrow. So that's heat 1 up there. And I think 7 will advance by time. So the 7 fastest will advance by time. Who do you expect to make it? Which 7? So Sewell, 10.76. Well, Archibald is from Guyana at 10.25. Witter from GC Foster at 10.39. And in Heat 2, the fastest is Mario Williams of MVP with 10.25. Heat 3, Nishan Ebanks MVP 10.26. We heard whispers that a lot is expected of this young man. A Heat 4, Dynamic Speed 10.27. Shane Smith. And in Heat number 5, where the fastest coming in, Dunkley of Elite. And in Heat 6, at 10, Agent Carr. That's Carr at 10.29. Another 10.29 for Morgan of Dynamic Speed in Heat 7. 10.31, your fastest time, from Smith of Lacovia High School in Heat number 8. But let us look on, because where Jamaica is concerned, it's really the sprints. So let us look on the women's sprint. They will have 6 heats. And this is where I'm hoping we will get some of the comments coming in. And as I said, you can call us on WhatsApp to participate, or straight if you wish. The number 1470-546-5495. Also, drop your comment in the comment section. Let us hear your thoughts. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know if you're looking forward to the Jamaica trial starting tomorrow. Will run until Sunday. Do you expect anything special? Who do you expect to make the team? And as I said, we are looking at the women's 100, and in Heat 1, Sherika Jackson and Natasha Morrison. Those are the big two based on times and based on achievements so far. Sherika Jackson is said to be 31 years old. Natasha Morrison, this has her as 33. Danielle Williams, the defending 100-meter hurdles champion, world champion that is. She's also 33 years old. She qualified already. As a matter of fact, the defending champions receive a bye for the World Championships. Heat 2. Who are we looking forward to see in Heat 2? Heat 2 Olympic finalist Tia Clayton, 10:86. Janelle Smith, 11:10. And of course, the national junior record holder is also in this one, Alana Reed. She's also sub 10, but her best this season is 11:16. Alia Baker, 2024 Girls Champs Class 1 winner. I haven't seen much of Alia Baker since she left Heidel. Heat 3, Shelly and Fraser Price. Is the one to watch. Carletta Bernard is coming in from the University of Texas. Kemba Nelson is also there. Julia Levy, a former champion, will also be in this one. The one to watch here, Shelly and Fraser Price. What do you expect of Shelly and Fraser Price? Welcome, August, who is telling us that Alana Smith and Tia for Heat 2. Again, continue to send your comments. Continue to send your comments. Tell us who do you expect to make the team. Who do you think is going to win the women's 100? Who do you think is going to win the men's 100? So that is Heat 3, which Fraser Price, Nelson, Bernard, Julia Levy, a former national champion. In Heat 4, Tina Clayton, Brianna Williams, Shania Douglas. And as you see, Shania Douglas decide to take on the big ladies or the seniors in this one. Shania Douglas is 18 years old. Tina Clayton is 21. Brianna Williams is 23. Bahamian Anthony Strawn will just run the first round. Normally, non-Jamaicans are not eligible to move on. In Heat 5, we'll welcome Sasha Lee Forbes, Walker, that's Shanice Walker, Ashanti Moore, and Kishana Niles. She is from Barbados, so she'll only run one round. She'll be at the Barbados Grand Prix next week. But I hope I said she's from Barbados. I always tend to mix up Barbados and Bahamas. Crystal Morrison of Titans is mostly known or is a hurdler. Sixth and final heat. Who will it be? Who will it be? We'll have Serena Cole, we'll have Joni Williams, and Nisha Berger. Those are your top three from that heat. And from Elite, Kashika Cameron, formerly of Edwin Allen. Roswell will also be there. Let's jump over and look at the men. But before we do, before we look at the men's 100, August prediction is Kemba Bernard Shelley for Heat 3. And I don't know if he's giving that in order. Dion Green, good night to you and welcome. Who do you think is going to make the team? Who is going to be left behind? Jamaica Trials 2025. Who will make it to Tokyo for the World Championships in September? Jamaica Trials is this weekend, starting Thursday, runs all the way until Sunday. Many people believe the Jamaica Trials should not have gone off this time in June, and maybe World Athletics, I understand, was trying to get an August date. J3 said, hey, we're not able, or it's not feasible, according to President Gale. And they had to stick with their date. So we will not have a lane draw for the men's because the first round or the preliminary round is or will be on earlier in the day. And because of that, we won't have the lane draw yet. But as you can see on your screen, those are the top men. August is asking, what is the reason behind having it so early? You have to remember that over the years, Jamaica Trials would normally be the final weekend in June. Yes, because the World Championships is all the way in August this year. And we would have heard Coach Francis coming out earlier this year, encouraging or lobbying or warning JJ3s not to move the trials date from June because the athletes, we have to depend, and this is what Coach Francis had said that Jamaica will have to depend on their collegiate athletes. And because they have to depend on their collegiate athletes who will be on form at that time, because the NCAAs would have finished 2 weekends before, it would be best to keep it in June. Because if you go to the final week, like the US Trials, the final week of July, then these athletes who run at NCAAs, what do they do between then? Because they're not professionals. And the US coach Francis said don't have to depend on NCAA's athletes because they have a wider pool. And that was the reason given. So, Kishane Thompson, Oblique Civil, Akeem Blake, Brian Level, those are the top athletes this year. Julian Fort has entered. Kimberly Stewart of Texas Tech University. You know, Gary Card is there. Ford is there. Fort, as I said, Davison is there. Rowan Watson, Garden is there, and that's Jelani Garden. Golson, Taekwondo Tracy, Ellis, that's Nigel Ellis, and Rashid Foster. Rashid Foster is an intercal champion from Michael University College. You know, DeAndre Daly, you know, just breaking out of the junior ranks. And Krumi will also be there. Ewan Blake will also be there. So it's actually the top 25 that would have advanced. And the next 7 best, or the 7 expected from the preliminary, will take it, or will make it 32 athletes. September is really far. Yes, many people believe it is. And that's why many people were hoping that the J Trials would have moved it to match with the US Trials. That's the 100 for men. Also on tomorrow, as I said, women's 400. And that's also on tomorrow. And so, who do you expect to make it in the men's 100? Drop your comment. Let us know. Let us talk about it. Let us discuss it. Who do you think will make it? And let me respond to Neela comment. No, I don't think so. I don't agree. I think the trials should have moved to match with the US trials. That's what we always do. And not only because the US is having their trials that time of the year that we should follow, but because a June trials will normally be for our World Championships or Olympic Games that will be in July or August. So you're thinking about between 4 to 6 weeks after your trials. Now you're talking about the entire July, the entire August, and you go 2 weeks into September before you have the World Championships. No, I don't agree that the trial should be this weekend, but it is what it is. And of course, yes, September is really, really far. We have said that. My prediction, August, Kishin first, Brian Level second, and Akeem Blake third. So you don't have Oblique Civil, which is clearly, clearly the second fastest man in Jamaica. No, I don't see Oblique Civil not making the top three at a Jamaican Championships or Jamaican Trials. I don't see that one happening. I must be honest with you. That is just my opinion. I don't see Oblique Civil not finishing in our top three. Hi, Diane. How you doing? I am still betting on Shelly and Sharika. I'm in Florida. Love all the athletes who are participating. Those are my picks. Shelly and Sharika. Many people believe it's going to be the Clayton twin, or the Clayton twin is going to be in the top three. And if the Clayton twin is going to be in the top three, according to most of the experts, then one of those big guns will not make it. And I'm not disagreeing with you, Dion, not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying because I'm just saying what the experts have said. Yes, we're getting there. August is saying I am not convinced with Oblique's performance at major events. Yes, we may agree that he finished fourth on two occasions when we all expected him to get at least a medal. And August continues to say, however, I still think he can make the team for the relays. Again, August, I love this discussion, but I don't see Oblique Civil finishing out at the top three. You know, Brian for sure, says Akeem. Again, continue to drop your comment. We are discussing the expectations, the likely surprises, the likely upsets for the Jamaica Championships. On your screen is the women's 400, and we see Natalia Gould in that. So in Heat 1 at the women's 400, the fastest in the field is Joanna Reed of University of Arkansas. Then, no, that's not true. That is not true. The fastest in the field is the NCAA second place finisher, Dejanay Oakley, having the year of her life. She is in top form. She's expected to do big things at trials this year. I've said it already in a post on Trackalerts. Very nice person, very respectful, disciplined, hardworking, and it goes to show she's reaping what she sowed. Dejanay Oakley, look out for her. Having the season, as I said, of her life. She's just 21 years old, represented Jamaica at the junior level, went to Clarendon College, now at the University of Georgia. Natalia Gould Toppin will also be there. So, and Q Williams, the sister of Stacey and Williams, also in that heat. Heat 2, Nikisha Price is the one to beat. Anjanette Knight is also listed. She's a four hurdler. And I don't know what will be the situation because Anjanette Knight is a 400-meter hurdler, and the 400-meter hurdles is on tomorrow evening also. And she can't don't turn up for the 400, because if she decides not to turn up, she won't be able to run the 400-meter hurdles. So she'll have to turn up. She'll have to face a starter as to what she do before the gun goes off or after the gun goes off. Then it is all up to her. So that's Heat 2. Nikisha Price, the one to beat. Renisha McGregor is also there. Gabrielle White will be there. And of course, Candice McLeod. We all know Candice McLeod. Heat 3. Who is the one to beat in Heat 3 based on time will have to be Miss Foot, formerly of Petersfield. You probably will remember her. She's at San Diego State University. Catch her if you can. In Heat 4, which is will turn out to be a competitive heat, because you have Leah Anderson, you have Stacey Ann Williams, who of course is the one to beat. Cheyenne Salmon is also there. Again, like Anjanette Knight, the 400-meter hurdles, unless the 400-meter hurdles is not going to have a heat, may just go straight to semifinals. I don't know. That's the 400 meters. Men's 400 meters, do we need to really take a look at the men's 400? That is so disappointing. And I didn't mention that Chris Taylor is listed for the 100. But the men's 400, do we really need to look at the men's 400? That's that very disappointing event. Drop your comments. Tell us, what do you think about the men's 400 meters? Um, is it that the men's 400 meters is becoming more and more becoming to be I don't want to say it, but men quarter milers, come on, we need to step up. We need to step the game up. I don't think we have I don't think we have 3 people who qualified for the world championships based on time. But men's 400, what do you think? What do you think? Nella Cole definitely level, comments coming in. Thank you for your participation. If Tia is fit, no one going to be able to beat her. Are you saying not evil Tina, who is coming back, who is at her best? I don't know. I'm just asking. Thanks for the comment, August. Yeah, I think we will witness a changing of the guards for the women's 100. Who will win? It's tough to judge. Come on now, August. Call it. You need to call it, man. Come on, call it. Who do you think? Will it be one of the Clayton sisters? Will it be Shelly, who wants to go out with a bang? Will it be Sherika Jackson? Call it. Hi, Sharon. Welcome. Good night. When last we had such tight men's 100 trial, I really can't call it, but I think there will be an upset. Do you think Level is going to win? He's in top form. Yes, he's in top form. Brian Level is running good. Neela is saying Dejane with her sub 59 run at NCs will take it. Very good chance for Oakley. Very good chance for Oakley. But as I said before, Nikisha Price is the one to beat. Didn't start it off good at the Grand the Grand Slam track, but then she came back with a big run after that. So let us see what will happen. But it's going to be interesting. She's in my top three. Yes, definitely. There's no way I see DJ Oakley not making the top three in the 400 meters at the Jamaica Trials. I really don't see that happening. I don't see it happening. I am seeing all the 400 meter hurdlers in the 400. Did we? Am I missing something? Let's go again. Genevieve Russell is in heat 1. Gabrielle White is in heat 1. I'm looking. Cheyenne Salmon is in heat 4. I don't see Rochelle Clayton. But let's go back to the men's 400. I don't know. Who will win the men's 400? Who will win the men's 400? DeAndre Watkins in heat 1. Demar Francis will also be running in heat 1. Kemar Farquharson, heat 1. Sean Bailey in heat 2. Farquharson is heat 2. Bailey is in heat 2 also. Gregory Prince will also be in heat 2. Over in heat 3, as you're seeing it on your screen also, Rashid McDonald, Bovel McPherson, Tyrus Roden. Hard to pick a winner from that one, but McDonald maybe should have the edge. Bovel McPherson should also be in the mix. In heat 4, Javon Powell is in heat 4. Yeah, and I'm just going through the men's 400, and it's just not hot. It is not hot. Zandran Barnes in heat 5. Javon Donkeyman Francis also in heat 5. Who else I'm leaving out of heat 5? I'm seeing people with 49 and 47 and 46. Come on. No disrespect, but I mean, we're talking about the men's 400 here. Shamar Chambers running good this year. I think he had a personal best this year. Nice to see his name popping up again. He will be in heat 6. Who is the one to beat in heat 6? I'm not even sure. Men's 400. Delano Kennedy of Optimum. Demish Gay. I'm telling you. Last year we didn't make the 4x4. We didn't qualify for the Olympic in the 4x4. And it goes to show. Men's 400 is not going on with anything. We don't have 3 people qualify for the World Championship based on time. And Neela is saying that they are trying to get a spot on the relay team or as part of the relay pool. Luckily, we qualified at the World Relays. And we didn't even make the final of the championship event at the World Relays. But lucky we qualified. Thank God we qualified. And we have other teams, like the mixed teams that didn't qualify and the men's 4x1 that ran, should I say they ran twice? Or should I say 2 people on that relay team ran twice? Because you and Blake never get the baton. Kishane never had a chance on ankle leg. I want to see Chris Taylor. He'll run the 100 and the 200. I'm told, Chris Taylor running 1 and 200. Wells is saying prediction. Sharika, Tia, Tina, Brianna, Shelley. That seems as if you're having Shelley just to hold on for a relay spot. And Wells is telling us again for the women's 400, it's Price, Oakley, Williams, McGregor. Can this team, even the women's 400 squad, can they medal in the women's 4x4? Can they medal in the women's 4x4 at the World Championships? August, thanks again for your comment. Keep it coming. Yep, I find 400 men's in Jamaica the weakest event, but Powell will win. It's not even who will win, It's not even about who will win, but how many of them will get to run at the World Championships. Winner of the men's 400, Wells is telling us will be Delano Kennedy. So that's if the race run already, Wells. Chris Taylor changing things up. What do you think about Chris Taylor changing things up? Is it a good idea? Does it make sense? Because he too, I don't think he has a qualifying time in the 200. And then, how is he going to make the 100 team? I don't know. I would have preferred Chris Taylor to stick with the 400. He would have had a very good chance of winning the 400. Also on tomorrow, as I said, girls discus is on under 20. Women's 400 meter hurdles prelim. Oh, so this is why maybe the hurdlers decided to run, because you're going to have 2 heats and then may just go straight to the semifinals. I'm not sure what they'll do tomorrow. Men's 400 meter hurdles. Wow, another event. Roshan Clark, welcome back. Demar Murray, they are in heat 1. Tyrese Hyman is a sub 50 man this year. And Malik James King is in heat 3. Men's 400 meter hurdles, how do you see it? Women's long jump tomorrow. That's also on tomorrow. Alia Foster, Akila Smith. Those are the big ones. I'm looking to see if I see Shanice Porter. I'm not seeing Shani, I'm not seeing her name. But again, this is another event that we're hoping can produce some qualifiers for the World Championships. Men's 5,000 meters, that is on tomorrow. I don't see anyone from this team, from this lineup, making it to Tokyo for the World Championships. Let's see what they're going to have on day 2. What will they have on day 2? Again, let me remind you, you can call in for us to have a discussion if you wish. 1470, that's 1470 546 5495. You can call for us to have a discussion, and we definitely will talk. We'll discuss what we expect, some of the expectations and stuff like that. Andre is saying, I really wish they had advertised the national trials some more. I feel like not many people know it's going to start tomorrow. Oh, I don't know. But again, to participate, the number is on your screen if you want to give us a call for us to have a chat. So on the second day, we will have, this seems as if it's 400 meters for under 18 girls and boys, shot put boys, long jump boys, both under 20 and under 18. 1,500 under 20, under 18 boys, women's 1,500. Only 3 people entered for the women's 1,500. This is not good. Yes, it's not one of our main events or primary events, but 3 people in a 1,500 meters at the national championships. This is not good. Adele Tracy will lead that pack of 3. Girls under 20 long jump, 5 people. 5. Wow. Men's high jump too. Not a good look. We only have 5 people entered too. Raymond Richards, Romain Beckford. Those are the leading contenders. Girls shot put under 18. 3 people. 400-meter hurdles for under 18 girls. 3 people. Wow. Under 20 girls. 2 persons running 59 seconds this year. Boys under 18, they have a full field, but and this should just be the heats. So there will be maybe a straight final. And we already touched the women's semi-final will be on that day. Nothing is up here yet because we will have to have the heats. Women's discus. At least we have 10 people in this one, which is good. Senior women's discus. Field event, the athletes are crying. They are saying that they are not getting any support. Any breaking news? Sula Bell, I don't know. Do you have any to share with us? Oh, breaking news. We can't make that qualifying standard. Wow. Well, I don't know. But Jamaica Trials 2025, will it burn hot or will it be cold? I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? You think it's going to be something to talk about positively or no? The men's qualifying standard for the 400 is 44.8. Pavel McPherson, I'm thinking, has the standard already with 44.78 this year. Zandrian Barnes has gone sub 45 this year. So stop, watch, and say stuff you don't know. What did I say that I don't know? Because I said I can recall only one person as a qualifying standard in the 400. I didn't say no one. So thanks for pointing that out, that Bovel McPherson is that person. And Rico too hot. I don't think the 400 will be hot at trials. If we are struggling to get people to run 44.85, Boss, the world they're running 43. Patterson, who don't even have a contract, who work a full-time job, got out of his bed, went to the Miami Slam, Grand Slam track and ran 43. You're talking about somebody running 44.7 and you make it be like a big deal. 40 running 44 these days are not a big deal, boss. You got to have to run 43 or 44 low. And I'm saying, without apology, boss, without apology, our 400 is weak. Very, very weak. So if you want to use 44.78 as something special, I'm sorry, but I don't see it. Andre is saying the 100-meter events are the ones to watch. They are carrying the heat. I think so too. The 100 meters, not even the 200 meters. Remember, World Athletics wanted to cut the 200 from Diamond League, and IOC was thinking about cutting the 200 from the Olympics. The 200 meters, I don't think, is as hot again as it used to be. But as I said, 100 meters is where the money is. Every single, when you look back, every 200-meter runners want to run the 100 or the 400 because those are the events that they will make the money, the 100 and the 400, not the 200. Bolt ran the 100, and that's what he'll be remembered most for, the 100. Let's take another comment again from Rico Too Hot. It's a long season. World Championships is in September, and trials you will see multiple sub 45. You're talking about sub 45 again. I'm talking about sub 44 or 44 1, 44 2. You can't even make the World Championships final, boss, with anything you're running 44 5 and higher. You know, um, how many people we had and let me ask Rico Too Hot, how many athletes we had running below 44 5 last year, or how many athletes we have for the last 5 years running below 44 5. When last we win a medal at a major championships in the 4x4 relays. And I'm saying that to say our 400-meter runners are not stepping up to the plate. We're not stepping up to the plate. We're not. And I have nothing against anybody, but we're just not stepping up to the plate. And exactly, that's what I'm saying, Emily. You know, it's very sad to see where our 400-meter runners are. We won the first World Championships with Bert Cameron over 400 meters. For years, we challenged the world in the 4x4. For many years. For many years, the 4x4 men's relay medal was a medal, was safe. Not anymore. But what if the 400-meter athletes run low 44 after trials? Will they be picked on the team? So there's a cutoff period where you will have to meet the qualifying standard. And I am going to check to see right now to see qualifying standard and the cutoff time as set out by World Athletics. So the qualifying mark for the 400 is and Rico Too Hot had told us that is 44.85. So that was established. And and the time, so the qualifying and the World Championships is September 13 to 21. That is established. And for the the qualifying window is August 1st, 2024 to August 24, 2025. So, yes, let us agree that there's still a lot of time to get in that qualifying. Andre is asking what happened to Sachin Dennis. I wonder why Sachin Dennis is not on the roster to run. His form is really looking great this season. Not sure why he is not on it to run. Let us quickly look on, let's see what they have on day 3. Because we know the finals at the 100 will be on day 2. So day 3, they have the 200 prelims. Let's see who are in the 200 prelims. Brian Level is the fastest heading into trials this year. Andrew Hudson oblique Civil is listed for the 200. I don't know if oblique is going to run the 200. Akeem Blake is also listed. And let us see who is listed for the women's 200, because that's a men. Women's may not even have a first round. Women's triple jump is also on the third day. Shanika Ricketts and Akila Smith, the big two. Boys pole vault, boys discus, women's shot put, Daniel Thomas dad, Lydrecia Cameron. Those are the top 2 from that event. Women's 200 prelim, 27 entered. Nisha Berger, Shania Douglas is also there. Gabrielle Matthews, Jodine Williams, Brianna Williams. And of course, Sherika Jackson not entered because she's the defending champion. We have Tia Clayton, who is entered. Ashanti Moore, Alana Reed, Alia Baker, McGregor, Crystal Slowly. I don't remember, and Tina Clayton, Sasha Lee Forbes is also entered. I don't remember seeing Crystal Slowly in the women's 100. Men's discus have Mullins, it have Dakers, it have Broderick, Wright, Young. And of course, we don't see the Olympic champion in this one. Women's 100-meter hurdles, Nugent, Daniel Williams, Megan Tapper, Habiba Harris. I hope she'll run because she unfortunately wasn't able to put on a show for us. Kerika Hill, a lot of eyes will be on Kerika Hill also. Yannick Thompson, one of our top hurdlers, has struggled with injuries over the years. So the women's 100-meter hurdles, who do you think will get that one? Start list is up there on your screen. Men's 110-meter hurdles, Broad Belt, Prince, Mason, Campbell, Stern, Parchment is there, Bennett is there. And of course, Parchment, regardless of the shape he is in going into championships, he always showed up. Brown from Cayman, as I said, if you're not from Jamaica, you'll only be able to run the first round. Women's 800 meters, waiting on that start list. Women's 4 hurdles, men's 4 hurdles, still waiting on that start list. And on the final day, fourth and final day, women's hammer, Clunis, men's triple jump will be on that day. We see Jaden Hibbert at the top, Jordan Scott. Will Jaden Hibbert be there? Will he compete? Men's shot put, we see on top of the list here, Rajinja Campbell. Will he compete at trials? Your guess is good as mine. 400, 400, 400, boys triple jump, 100 hurdles final, 200 masters, 200 finals. Yes, champs, trials, whatever you call it, as in champs, as in Jamaica championships. What do you expect? Big things, big things. And of course, we comment again. We try to read as much of these comments as possible. And let's see. I was looking for the women's 100, and I was looking for Crystal Slowly. Yes, she's there in heat 1. It's better to run sub 45 at trials now and then aim to run sub 44. Wow, at the big one. That's a big one. And of course, we appreciate your comment, Rico Too Hot. We really appreciate your comment. What's my senior predictions? And when you say my senior predictions, I'm not sure exactly if you're talking about all the events. So the Jamaica Star, I know my good friend Raymond Casey Graham had sent me this link, and he did a prediction for the Jamaica Star, and his top 3 is Tia, Tina, and Sherika Jackson in the women's 100. Now, but it was nice having this little chat tonight. Looking forward to the Jamaica Championships starting tomorrow and finishes on Sunday. Who will make the team? Who will be left out? Will there be any surprises? Will there be any disappointments, as in terms of some big names don't make it? We will just have to wait and see. Until then, thank you for joining. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for your participation. See you again tomorrow and for the next 4 days when we'll do a little recap of the day's proceedings from the National Stadium in Kingston, Jamaica Trials, or Jamaica Junior and Senior Championships 2025. Thank you.